main purpose of the foam brush function at the car wash is to provide good lubrication for the foam brush bristles and also for any dirt or grit particles that the foam brush might pick up as the customer scrubs their car clean. This lubrication helps prevent these dirt and grit particles from scratching the paintwork or the clear coat on the car. It should also be noted that a good foam brush will also have some colour and a pleasant scent for the customers in the bay. So let's have a look at how we adjust our air and liquid mix to get the good thick sudsy foam that we're looking for to provide this lubrication. A good general starting point for most sites is to have the liquid pressure at around 40 psi. So we'll start by adjusting the regulator on the liquid until we get 40 psi showing on the gauge. Once we have the liquid pressure set at 40 psi, we'll turn the pressure on the air regulator right down and then slowly increase it, checking on the consistency in the bay until we get the consistency that we're looking for. In this instance, we'll turn it up initially to 20 psi and then we'll see how it looks out in the bay. Well, as you can see, at 20 psi we don't have enough air in the mix to create the foam that we're looking for, and the liquid is simply pouring out the brush and straight down the drain. So we're wasting product at this 20 psi. So let's go back into the plant room and turn the air pressure up further. Okay, so now we've turned the air pressure up to 40 psi, which is the same pressure as we have the liquid. So let's go back out to the bay and see what results we've got. Now you can see at 40 psi on the air we now have too much air pressure, and we've gone from a very wet runny mix, now we have a very dry fluffy mix, and there's very little volume coming out of the brush. This will struggle to keep up with the customer as they scrub their car, and it's also in danger of drying out completely on the body of the car, especially on a hot day. We need to go back into the plant room and turn the air back down a little. As a rule of thumb, the air pressure should usually be around 5 to 10 psi lower than the liquid pressure. So let's turn the air pressure down to around 30 psi and see what results we get. That's perfect. We now have a good steady flow of thick sudsy foam that's not too wet and not too dry. This should easily keep up with the customer as they scrub their car. It won't dry out too quickly on a hot day, and it will provide plenty of lubrication for the brush. A handy hint when looking for a good consistency with your foam brush is to scoop a handful of it and then turn your hand over. It should hang there for a few seconds before dropping off. If it hangs there forever, it's too dry, and if it won't hang on your hand when you turn it over, it's too wet. The other thing you're looking for, if you scoop a handful of the brush and rub it between your fingers, it should feel nice and slippery. Now that we're happy with our settings, it's a good idea to mark the gauges while the product is still running with a pen. That way we can easily and quickly get back to these settings in future if ever we need to.